China has rejected claims by a British politician that it hijacked the Copenhagen Climate Summit. UK Climate Minister Ed Miliband said China vetoed attempts to give legal force to last week's accord. He added it also vetoed agreements on 50% reductions in global emissions by 2050 and on 80% reductions by developed countries. Ministry spokeswoman Jiang Yu did not address these accusations but condemned comments made by an individual British politician. She claimed the attack was made in order to shirk the obligations of developed countries and foment discord among developing countries. Jiang also insisted the conference had yielded fruit, reached broad consensus, and won support from developing nations. Top envoys from mainland China and Taiwan have signed 3 joint agreements in the Taiwanese city of Taichung. During the latest round of trade talks, the two sides also agreed to discuss removing tariffs on a range of goods in the next round of negotiations. The agreements on industrial standards, food quarantine, and fishery cooperation were signed during the 4th meeting between top cross-strait negotiators since May 2008. The talks between Chen Yunlin, the mainland's top Taiwan negotiator, and Taiwanese counterpart Chiang Ping-kung triggered demonstrations from Taiwanese unhappy about closer ties. Chen said he respected Taiwan people's right to protest his presence. China's Ministry of Commerce has said it regrets the loss of an appeal against a World Trade Organization ruling that its imports monopolies violated trade commitments. China had appealed a WTO ruling against import monopolies on books, film, and audio entertainment. It said it should have the right to control imports that might harm public morals. A WTO panel said China obstructed trade by forcing foreign suppliers to distribute movies, music, and books through state-owned companies. Its decision cannot be appealed. A ministry spokesperson said China believed cultural goods should be treated differently from other products. A U.S. trade official said he expected China to respond promptly to the findings and bring its measures into compliance. Britain's Prime Minister has urged the Chinese government to grant a UK citizen a death sentence reprieve. 53-year-old Londoner Akmal Sheikh is to be executed next week after losing a final appeal. He was arrested in 2007 in the northwestern city of Urumqi. He was charged with drug smuggling after being found in possession of nearly 9 pounds of heroin. Sheikh's family and supporters claim he is mentally ill and this has not been taken into account. Defending the sentence, China has said it is handling the case correctly. A government spokeswoman said the defendant had been guaranteed his legal rights and added that international drug smuggling was a grave crime. Shanghai's subway system was thrown into chaos yesterday after 2 trains collided before the morning rush hour. A power failure early on Tuesday morning brought trains to a halt on the system's main line 1. Just before operation was about to be restored at about 7 a.m., 2 trains collided on the same route, and Line 1 was shut down completely. No one was injured, but tens of thousands of commuters were stranded for several hours. The exact cause of the incident has not been revealed yet. And that's the BON headlines for now, but we'll be back with more news after this.